never get sick of that.
Nope.
I
Neither do I.
never get sick of that. It is immortal.
It is.
The evil cabal lives on.
All hail the evil cabal.
So how you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Yeah, what's new and exciting?
Nothing.
No. That doesn't count, man. Your mouth didn't
It's
move. Your mouth
still
has to
me.
move. Now it's visual, okay? Come on.
All right, fair. Nothing.
Yeah. Man, this world is fucked.
Yeah.
Did we just get kicked off of Facebook because we swore?
Did we?
I don't know. I think we did. We just whatever. Hey Dan, how are you? Yeah, it's you never know with Facebook Live. I know the broadcast doesn't play in certain countries because, well, the replay doesn't play in certain countries because of things, I guess, things that we played on the show, I guess, or something. It's we can't be doing it in other, like, there are copyright infringements in other countries. I don't know,
Sure.
whatever. We haven't played anything that, like the last show. I can't think of anything that we played that, that we don't own the rights to. So I don't know what that's all about, but whatever.
It's Facebook.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Anyways, we did have a scheduled show tonight, but due to issues, uh, copyright issues, no, I don't know.
Copyright.
We couldn't go with the we couldn't go with the regularly scheduled show with someone. The guest was unavailable, more or less. So anyways, we're here tonight. We were gonna have Dr. Demon Gord, but he's not going to be with us tonight. And Paranormal Patrick wasn't going. I don't know. He's probably watching, but whatever. Or listening or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Great to see everybody in
Come
the
on, Patrick. Come on.
yeah, the YouTube chat there, and anywhere else. I haven't really looked at any other chat, so let me just see. Pop into the mix, into the New Visions chat. No, nothing going on right there right now. But anyways,
It's like crickets.
it's like crickets. Yeah, the YouTube. You know what? The YouTube chat's the best. I guess it's the easiest, most convenient. I suppose. I don't know. What do you think? Out of all the chat rooms that we've
It is the
used,
most convenient because it's right there.
yeah. Well, now because simulcasting, but I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Did you notice I fixed something?
Where?
Remember I told you about this guy? Remember I told you the pumpkin smashed?
All right. Yeah.
Well, look at his hand now.
Nice.
It looks more authentic.
Yeah.
We'll call that Halloween ends. Hey, Ali, how are you?
This is a rendition of Facebook chat and all the other chats.
I don't know. I don't know if anybody actually watches on Facebook.
I have no idea.
Yet, I don't know. I mean, we just started doing it the last. What? This is the second week. I know that there was a few people on Twitch, but we haven't really been too active on Twitch. So, hey, give it time, I suppose. I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, this world is screwed, man. I mean, what's the deal with fucking drivers?
What happened?
Well, it's not what happens. It's like a daily occurrence now. The level of stupidity of drivers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't disagree with you there.
I mean, it's always been there, but it just seems like it's like threefold now.
Everybody's in such a rush to get
You know,
nowhere.
and hey Safari, it just seems to be the stupidest fucking maneuvers too. That you're like, what? I don't get it. That made no sense. You know, you're driving on the highway and you need to get over, but you got some fucking asshole that just decides that they're going to drive in your blind spot and just stay there.
Yeah, I know.
And then when you speed up, they speed up.
I know. Fucking.
Like what the fuck, man? Let me get
I
over.
don't. I can't stand that.
It irks the shit out of me. Because I got to get off at the next exit. You're a fucking asshole. Either go ahead, let me by. I got to get by. Don't be a dick. But that's honestly that's just a start of the level of fucking stupidity of drivers.
I honestly think they hand out driver's license in cereal boxes.
You know what? I bet you. Honestly, sometimes I think the people that probably got them in a cereal box probably drive better than some of these people.
Yeah. Oh, by
Honestly,
now, yeah. You think it's been so many years now.
yeah, yeah. Dan says I think people using Uber so much they have forgotten how to drive. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. You know,
It's either
and then
that or
and then
someone's controlling their mind.
and don't you love it when you get like you got a passenger in your car and they don't drive, and yet they'll tell you what to do.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait a sec, you don't even fucking drive. What the fuck? Shut up and let me drive.
Yeah.
What's what's your worst? What's your worst pet peeve while driving?
My worst pet peeve?
Yeah.
People who drive slow on the highway.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, yeah,
Or in general. Like I mean if you're driving, even if you're driving like on a like where I live now, there's a lot of roads where you can go 70, 80, you know what I mean? Because it's in borderline country, right? But and you have people going like 60, 55, 60. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of the way. Like you don't want to if you don't feel comfortable driving at the speed limit,
yeah.
then don't drive.
But it's. I mean, okay. Look at, for instance, you're driving on a road and the speed limit is 50,
Yeah.
right? And you got a few people in front of you, and the guy in front is driving 50. It's like, fucking speed up a little, man. You can speed up a little. I'm doing 45 because I can't do 50.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I mean, if it's one car, then you just pass him. Who gives a shit? I don't care if it's no passing or not. I'm gonna pass that guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you got like 3 or 4 cars in front of you, and there's like this guy in front is like holding up everybody, you're like, come on.
Another pet peeve of mine is when you're driving along a road and you're going already above the speed limit
Yeah.
and some jackass is right up your ass. Right? It's like, you know
Yeah.
what? Just fucking go around. If you really want to go that much faster, I'm already going 10 or 20 over the speed limit. You want to go that much faster, just go around.
Or how about those guys? They're in front and they're going slow on purpose. They know you want to get by.
Yeah.
And then you start driving on the edge. You're like you're going to pass the person, then they move over too, so they make it harder for you to pass.
Yeah, there's so many fucking stupid drivers.
Hey Simon. It's like, oh man. And I've been seeing. I don't know if you remember me talking about this guy. I've seen him a couple times lately. I don't know. I think it comes in usually this time of the year when he starts to pop up. He comes out of hibernation. I don't know what, but it's the Jesus man.
The
I don't
Jesus
know. Yeah,
man?
yeah, the Jesus dude, man. Like he stands on the street corner and he's got this big sign, Jesus loves you, right? And he's got a black t-shirt and Jesus loves you and all this, like, and he's like, big smirk on his, you know, face, and he's just like, oh, he's in all his glory. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck? And then, I remember seeing him in the mall one day, like the local mall here. He was walking through, he still had a shirt on, and he like it's like that he still had that smile.
Hmm.
He's like walking nonchalant through the mall, and he still had that.
Maybe that's the guy who called in, the biblical guy.
No, no,
Guy the,
no,
the guy that Barry
no.
loves. Right,
Yeah,
Barry?
no, no. So yeah, I don't know. And so I don't know. I can't. I've been seeing him the last few days. I think maybe it's has something to do with the end times prophecy that we're all going through right now with the rising inflation and
Those
interest
those
rates and
those
and and
end times have been coming and going for
and, and the
years.
tumbling stock markets and the slowing down of the economy, and we're all doomed. But we're all screwed. You know that we're all screwed. But you know what? I think I'm gonna weather the storm before I renew my mortgage. I don't think I want to do it right now because then I get screwed.
Well, yeah.
And I was looking at the analysts and even the Bank of Canada, if you will, they're saying that things will probably correct. Like they've pretty much peaked here,
Yeah.
and they're saying that by the like fourth quarter, which we're in now, it pretty much will stabilize. And they're saying they might raise it another point or another
Another time.
in the third or the first quarter of next year. But they're saying that it'll probably start to wane back down to about 2% by the beginning of 2024.
Yeah, and that's I mean they've had to raise it just to curb the inflation, obviously, right? But I've heard that too, where there's a lot of other people are saying that it's peaked now, and well, we'll see. Time will tell, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, how many? I just don't know how people are still spending the amount of money that they are on objects that are just like way overpriced now.
Mm,
It's just incredible how pricey certain things are now.
I know.
And you look at people who just locked into a new mortgage at a mill too.
I know. That's what I was like.
Oh wow.
That's bad. Well, it is. I guess it is and it isn't, because at the same time, like when the housing market was at its peak,
Mhm.
you could sell your house for a ridiculous amount as well, right?
Oh,
So
I know.
at the end of the day, the mortgage you would get is more or less the same as what you would get any other time. But
Mhm.
that didn't factor in the rising interest rate,
No,
right?
no.
So if you bought a house that was over a mil 3 years ago, let's say,
Mhm.
or 3 years ago, it really wasn't that much, but let's say close to a mil 3 years ago,
Yeah.
and then you have to renew at the end of this year, beginning of next year, you're going to be
Mhm.
paying a shitload more.
Shitload of money.
Yeah.
I know, and, I mean, look at now, the money that they're losing because of the you know, you bought at a mill too, now it's starting to correct itself, and now these houses are dropping down under a mill,
Yeah.
900,000, whatever, you're like, "Ah, fuck, man."
The people who really, I would guess, and I'm not saying I know this for a fact, but there are people out there who buy houses and renovate them and resell them,
Mhm, mhm,
flip them,
mhm.
right?
Yeah, flip them, flippers.
So those guys stand to lose quite a bit of money if they bought at the peak and then all of a sudden the correction began and they were
Mm,
still renovating.
yeah.
You know what I mean? The mortgage rate, the interest rate, sorry, went up and prices of houses started dropping, and they're like, ah, fuck. It's like not what we're gonna do.
And a lot of them were locking into bridge loans, right? Or
Yeah.
bridge mortgages and shit like that. And that's even costlier because you're penalized. Depending on how much you have, how much time you are, before you are set to renew.
Yeah.
And then, oh well, I'll just get into this bridge loan, and I should be okay. No, you're fucked.
Just go to the local bookie and get the money from them.
Yeah, break a couple legs.
Yeah.
Do you remember? You remember these guys I was showing you last? What was it, last week?
Yep.
Well, I opened one up and I put it in water
Hmm.
and I grew a zombie.
Yeah, I
Here's
remember you were telling me. Yeah.
here's the end result after a few days in the water.
Are you serious?
That's it.
That's it?
That's
Isn't it
it.
supposed to grow like 10 times?
That's it. It's supposed to grow 600. Like it's look at. Hold on. It says what's it say there? 600%,
600%.
right? 600%. That's not 600%.
It's not even close. It's not even 100.
No. And you look on the back. You look on the back. Look, see, look. After 72 hours, it's like, look at the size of it at 72 hours, right?
You got
There's
these at
no,
the dollar store, right?
yeah. But look. There's no fucking way that's fucking
It's inflation.
600%, right?
It's inflation, man.
Yeah, inflation, eh? Fuck. That's a bit anticlimactic.
Yeah, no kidding.
you
Fuck.
know, you know. But anyways, I don't know. That's
Maybe his wiener grew 600%.
I don't know.
Demand a refund at the dollar store.
Yeah, I want my money back. It doesn't work. I don't even know if these glow. They're supposed to glow in the dark too. I can't really tell if they glow. Yeah, turn the lights out and check it out. I don't know. Oh well, fun while it lasted. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll chat about a few things. I don't know. Do we want to open things up too?
That's up to you.
Huh? Well, we could open things up too if anybody wants to join us. By all means, you're more than welcome, I suppose. Let me just put the link there for people who would like to join us. Again, this is an open show tonight because the regularly scheduled show has been kiboshed.
Deviated.
Huh?
It's been deviated.
Yeah, but that's what happens, right? That's the fun about you know uh having guests on live shows. They don't always work out, and shit happens, right? I mean, it's not like we pay our guests thousands of dollars to come on the show, do we?
Fuck, I can't even fucking pay for small shit. Speaking of,
Excel.
there's a product placement.
Yeah, Excel.
Money
Uh,
from
yeah,
money from them.
there you go. Sponsorship. Sponsored by tonight's show. Sponsored by Excel. Wouldn't that be funny if they? Oh, you know what? We didn't warn YouTube that we're having product placement.
Oh well. Here's another one.
Oh wow.
Different flavor.
Spearmint and pearmint.
I
Peppermint, I mean.
don't know what flavor this is. I can't tell. It's not enough light. Oh well.
So, I joined a couple groups on
Simon's like $500 up front. I'll come on.
yeah. What was it? I joined a couple of groups there. One was a Bigfoot group that looked pretty intriguing, and MUFON Global. I joined the MUFON Global. Um, I'm always skeptical on shit like that, but I mean, you never know. I mean, enjoy going through and seeing stuff that people find, and there's some intriguing stuff. I mean, there's not, most of the stuff you sit there and go, I don't know, just, but people buy into that shit, right? It's just like like any paranormal sort of group, right? I mean, how many paranormal groups have we been kicked out of?
You mean you and Gord?
Yeah.
A couple, at least. I don't
Well,
usually chime in those groups. I just like read the nonsense and just laugh.
I know it's so hard to, not say something. And then when you try to be just like productive in your sort of reply or statement or comment, again, you get this mob mentality just jump all over you.
Well, that's what it is primarily, right?
Well, yeah, and you just sit there and go, "Wow, these people are really fucking sheep." Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kevin's like, Alex looks like me. Yep, that's me.
Looks
I'm a lurker.
He's a lurker. Hold on a sec. Let me
I
see
don't
if
have
I
the
can.
patience to respond to some of the posts that go on in those groups.
I for the most part I don't either. I mean, but there are just I don't know, like Gord's the same way. You sit there and you try to be, you know, as sensible as possible
Mhm.
about your comment or reply to somebody's, for instance, somebody posts a picture of orbs and you know damn well what it is, and you try to explain blah 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 that it's most likely 99.9% environmentally caused. um Boy, look out. But what about the face? Don't you see the face? Oh my god, how could you say this is fake? It's real. Look at, there's faces all over the place. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, I do. I see the faces. I do. Yeah. Yeah. It's the soul of a dead loved one. I'm sorry. I can't argue with you. And when you sit there and like if somebody posts a picture of some sort of anomaly in the picture and you try to explain them that it is, yeah, orb Karens. I love that one. That's a good one, Tim.
Hey, you should trademark that, Tim.
Yeah, you should. That's a good one. Orb Karens. I love that. That's good. We should.
That's
Hey,
classic.
hey. Hey. There
Do
we
we
go,
have your
man.
permission to use that, Tim?
Tim, we got to put that on the back of one of our new limited run T-shirts. Orb Karens.
The cult of orb Karens.
That's a good one, man. But yeah, how many people would get that though? Orb
What do you-
Karens. What's that mean? Orb Karens. What?
Yeah, well, people who believe in orbs probably will. Other people would be like,
You
"What the fuck is that?"
are you calling me an orb Karen? How dare you? How dare you? Orb Karens. That's a good one.
We should put that on our limited run um, nocturnal
T-shirt.
frequency radio condom.
Oh God.
With a nice big stamp on the side says "Orb Karen."
Orb Karen. That's good. And then you've got these people who they'll post a picture of like an anomaly in the picture, and they're like, "What do you see? What do you see?" And then you have all these people. Well, I see a man walking through a door, and then another person goes, "Oh no, I see a woman. She's like sweeping the floor."
That's
No,
true.
just these crazy things that people see in these pictures,
Yeah.
and you're sitting, you're just going, what the fuck, and you try to sensibly say, look it, this is what's going on. Or you ask, do you have a before and after? Do you have more pictures of this? One maybe
Mhm.
before, one after, to help kind of explain what's happening here. You know, like I was watching or sorry, I was on MUFON Global. Somebody had posted a picture, I think, of the Brown Mountains, and everyone knows the Brown Mountains are supposedly, you know, like littered with UFO activity, right? Like there are people that would swear that you can go there at any given night and you'll witness UFOs. I think Joshua P. Warren's one of them, right? We had Joshua on the show, and he
Mhm.
basically said, you go to to a certain point any given night, and you're almost guaranteed to see UFOs. But anyways, somebody had posted a picture of um one of the peaks, and the sun, there's like the sun in the background, and all of a sudden you see like this light sort of anomaly going down, and then you see a tree as if there's movement in the camera. So you see the movement is like adjacent to the light streak, right? So you're like, okay, look it, man, this all this is just the movement of the camera. The camera shifted, and the light, you got a light lens flare, and the all this kind of stuff unfolding. And then somebody goes, oh, well, the person who took this picture swears that they actually shot down the mountain. And you're like, really?
You
Uh-huh.
mean shot down the mountain?
Like were the
Like
light streaks
downwards?
going? Yeah, downwards.
Okay.
Down towards the ground, right? So down from the peak, and then in front of the mountain down, but where you see the light streak, like the lens flare, more or
Right.
less, right? So they're saying that's, the UFO, like, you know, descending down from the mountain.
Was this done at night or at daytime?
Daytime.
Huh. Where was the sun?
Huh?
Where was the sun?
Up right above the, like I said, right above the peak of the mountain, just in the background of the peak of the mountain.
That's most likely lens flare.
Look, it is. There's no doubt it's lens flare.
Yeah.
And movement of the camera when they were taking the picture, because like I said, you'll see there's like a tree in the lower left hand corner, right?
Mhm.
You'll see this tree, and you see like three versions of it. You see the light trail.
Right.
So I mean, come on, you know that's all it is. But no, they swear it's a UFO descending from the peak of the mountain.
This is a Facebook group?
Yeah,
Mm.
MUFON Global. I just joined them. Like I said, for the most part, a lot of what people share, and no bullying. I get that, because I mean, there's so many people that like to bully with shit like this, and I get that. But I mean, come on, let's be sensible here. You know
Yeah,
how?
but it's this is what kills me. What do they define as bullying? Like you pointing out something that is legitimate? They consider
But
that bullying?
but to you it might be legitimate, but to them it might be bullying.
No, no, I get that.
Yeah.
But it all boils down to the individual's perception of what they think is bullying. I mean, to them, it seems to me that most of these people, their idea of bullying is just you disagreeing with them.
More or less.
You know what I mean?
I
And
mean,
that's utterly ridiculous.
you're taking the fun out of their, you know,
Yeah.
or their imagination, if you will. You know, it just, don't get me wrong. I mean, shit is going on. I mean, there wouldn't be the paranormal, if, you know. shit wasn't going on. But let's be honest here. It's a rarity to have really true um, paranormal paranormal phenomenon or whatever. And when we say paranormal unknown, you know, science is yet to explain it, sort of thing, and so on and so on. And that doesn't mean, say, when somebody revisits that photo like 20 years down the road, or 10 years down the road, or even 5 years down the road, whatever, they'll be able to explain what is happening in it, right?
Hmm.
But at this point, we just don't know, or that what any experience that is classified or categorized under the paranormal realm, if you will, umbrella.
Yeah.
Apparently, bullying is having your opinion or disagreeing the Karen complex.
Yeah. No, but
Yeah,
that's exactly what I was getting at.
yeah,
Essentially, is that
yeah.
eh, what people deem to be bullying is when you disagree with them, and that's couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. Now, if for the sake of the argument, you're going and like, say, Steve, for example, you're presenting a picture of what you think is something, an anomaly on there,
Mm.
and I go on and reply and saying, Steve, you're a fucking moron. That's different. But if I'm going on there and saying that looks like lens flare to me, Steve, that's not bullying.
No, you look at I. If you're going, see, the problem is people who present this stuff can't handle criticism, can't handle scrutinization.
Oh, I know.
And you know what? You're going to be fucking scrutinized to shit if you're going to present something that you're claiming. And look at, I mean, look at, I don't know how many times I've gone on YouTube or any other social platform, whatever, and somebody presents a video or a picture or whatever, and claiming in bold lettering, real ghosts or look at paranormal activity, real paranormal activity, and or whatever. I mean, how the fuck do you know? You don't know. How the fuck do you know? You know, you don't know. I mean, there are no experts. You know.
Apparently there are, according
Well,
to some
yeah.
people.
You know, there's experienced people within that know. There's experts in certain areas that like photography and videography and blah 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 blah, and audio, whatever, but not on the paranormal. I mean, if anything, science is somewhat of an expert, but they're fallible. So I mean, you can't even say they're experts. I mean, are they our best bet at trying to understand? Most people would say they are. I mean, do you think so, Alex?
What, scientists?
Yeah. Like
Explaining what,
science,
though?
science explaining, the unknown.
Uh,
Anything under the scope of the unknown, like anything that
I
we would consider paranormal, if you will.
I guess I could say kind of, in a sense, because you look at it historically, a lot of things were unknown
Mhm.
before the scientists started delving into it. The problem I see in today's sort of world and society is that scientists,
Mhm.
rather,
Yeah.
majority of them, I'm not going to say all of them, but a majority of them anyway, just shy away from, not shy, well, not necessarily shy, they just don't care about this stuff.
Well, yeah.
To them, it's inconsequential because they don't. Here's the problem with the paranormal that I see, in particular with ghosts. Let's just go
Mm.
with that aspect of it.
Yeah.
You cannot replicate an like you can't replicate something. Like if you go out and you capture an EVP somewhere, or you even God forbid, or God willing, however
Mm.
you want to take it, you actually see a real life apparition with your naked eye.
Yeah.
You cannot go back to that same place and just sort of demand it to happen again.
Yeah.
The one thing with science is that it needs to be repeatable, and the paranormal isn't repeatable. So they don't just, they have a mindset. The majority of them, I think, have a mindset of, well, it's not repeatable, therefore it's not true, right?
Mhm.
But it's like anything else. I mean, even with people in general,
Mhm.
it's not always, you can't always have something repeated with people. I mean, you could try,
Yeah.
right? But if I wanted to be a dick, and you tell me, oh, can you do it again? I'm like, no. You know what I mean? It's one of those scenarios. I think they just, because you can't repeat it, because you can't control the experiment,
Hmm.
they automatically assume it's a bunch of bullshit and they want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I agree with this statement by Explorer. Yeah, yeah. The photos do lie. I mean, again, it's fallible, and you look at the conditions that the photo was taken in. I mean, there's all sorts of things that you need to take into consideration when you're examining a photo. In this day and age, everything down to the metadata. Was this thing edited? Was this, um, your best bet is thinking, logically and taking a series of photos. You know, hey Brady, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Think logically when you're taking a photo. And I obviously there's a lot of anomalies that happen when you least expect it. Obviously, right? But I mean, I for one, when I take a photo, I usually take a look at it, right away. If there's something, hey, let's take another photo. Let's take another. Let's take another. Or maybe I have a couple of photos from just beforehand in the same area or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why when you're investigating, it's always good to have multimedia mediums going at the same time. When you got your audio, you got your visual, you got photos. Something happens to you, or you capture something on visually or in a photo, and then maybe perhaps one of the cameras, the security cams, are pointing in the same direction. Maybe they capture something. So you pinpoint the time and you take a look at it. Jog down the time. Boom, 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 let's take a look, and then or maybe audio. Maybe something happened. Maybe you got an EVP. It's happened.
Yeah,
To
I
me
think the
that
problem with AVPs is that you don't generally have time to go through all your recordings live.
No, but that no,
Yeah.
I get that, but that's why you catalog this shit,
Yep.
right? That's why you mark it. Like you mark it audibly or whatever in your phone or on a pad, a piece of paper, pad, whatever. Jog down the time. Okay, so this happened, blah blah blah. So when you're going through, your audio and whatever else,
You
you know,
go to that time.
you go to that time,
Yeah.
or if well, what I'll do with audio is I'll just mark it by saying check this, or I'll just say something so I know when I'm reviewing the audio, going through the audio, bang.
Yep.
James Randy, what a hack.
Yeah. Well, Harry
Lem-
Houdini was also a debunker as well.
yeah, James
Yeah.
Randy. Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. Like even with this James Randi, with the $1 million he was offering,
He'd
um,
never give it out. I mean, there
no,
was
yeah, I mean, we don't know. Well, I can't say we. I don't know of any particular circumstances of scenarios where someone, I guess, did something that you and I might deem paranormal, quote
Mhm,
unquote, and he just didn't want to give out the money. But it all depends on like what were you presenting? Like if you go to James Randi and say, I'm going to present to you this,
mhm,
I'm going to call out a ghost and it's going to come. That's going to be hard to do. If you have ESP,
mhm,
I guess that's different. But even then, it's like you talk to anybody who's a medium. This is what kills me about some mediums and some quote unquote psychics.
hmm.
They go on saying they can do all of this stuff, but then when you ask them something specific, it goes, "Oh, it doesn't work that way." Like, what are you talking about? Yeah,
Well, it's scattered. Everyone's got their own sort of.
yeah, but you know what I'm getting at, Steve.
I know exactly what you're getting
It's
at.
hard. Like I'm trying to put it in. Like I'm trying to give a proper example, but if I come up with one, I'll let you know later. Point is that if you claim you can speak to the other side,
Mhm,
If I ask you a specific question,
Mhm.
you should be able to answer it.
You should.
And if you don't, and you're giving me the excuse that, oh, it doesn't work that way, then you're full of shit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And that's basically the way I see it.
Exactly. Explore. That's exactly what I've been saying from day one, right? 99.9% of what happens during an investigation or whatever else is explainable. Um and that's even with demonic demonic possession. Oh my god. I don't know how many times I've been contacted saying, we've had demonic hey Seb, demonic activity in our home. This is what's going on. This is, and then going in and explaining to them, this is not demonic activity. This is what's happening. This is going on. There are so many things that people just don't have a clue about. I mean, it's easy enough to say, and I get it. You may be naive. They just don't understand, and a lot of people are like that because they don't know this sort of thing, except for whatever they're watching on TV, the information they're getting from TV. A TV show. Oh yeah, well that show says it's demonic.
Hmm.
Well, that show is entertainment. Of course, it's demonic.
Yep.
You know. And I'm not even gonna go down that road because we've been down that road 50 million times about
Yeah. Plus,
demons and
Gord's not here, so
yeah, plus Gore's not here. If he's listening or watching, maybe we'll cast him
yeah,
in. Yeah,
we need to have him on and talk about demons. It's his
yeah,
favorite subject.
yeah, yeah. Okay, here we go. Look at here. Yep, exactly. Yeah, absolutely true. Agreed. Yeah, it's I don't know. But again, this is you're looking at a field that is highly exploited, um, and not regulated, obviously.
That's why it's highly exploited.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, and again, this is where you and I sort of butt heads a bit. But sure, I'd like to see a little bit of regulation, but at the same time, I feel that when you start regulating things, it's like it's almost it becomes like grandfathered. It just I don't know. It just seems like you know I don't know how to best explain it. You know what I mean? I just hold on.
I think I
I
think
just
a lot of people, and I'm not saying you're one of them, but a lot of people don't want to see it regulated because they fear that they're not going to be able to go out and do what they love to do.
well, not necessarily. That's not why I
No,
no.
and that's what I said. I'm not
Yeah.
saying you're that person, but I have a feeling a lot of people have that sort of fear that if were to ever like if it were to ever get regulated,
Hmm.
that they would assume
Yeah.
that they can't do it anymore.
Hmm.
And it's like anything. I mean, this conversation can easily go down a rabbit hole that's like down to the core of the earth long, right? And I know the arguments on all sides, and all of them have validity. But if you want progress,
Hmm.
you can't have chaos
Well, yeah, true. Yeah.
because all you're going to get is a lot of infighting, like it is now, right?
Mhm.
because everybody thinks it's this way. This people thinks it's this way. They're gonna butt heads. They get, as it was put earlier, butt hurt if someone disagrees with them. If you establish certain guidelines, at least you can start to see progression. It may not go anywhere because, for all we know, there might not actually be anything to the paranormal. But that's the only way you're going to get any sort of progress, one way or the other. And I
It
understand, the apprehension of a lot of people. I get it. But
mhm.
if you're going to ask what is going to move this field forward, that's the only thing that's going to move, barring any sort of, you know, uh, lucky get. Like, if someone gets extremely lucky and gets something that's irrefutable, which up until now, how long have we been researching the paranormal as a
Mm.
as a species? I mean, you're going back
A
at
long
least over
time.
100 years.
Oh, well over 100 years
Right,
now, yeah.
exactly. And so far, we haven't had anything that's irrefutable. You know what I mean? So,
Well, I
one
mean,
of those
at
things.
the same time, you gotta look at things that were considered paranormal, say, 100 years ago aren't paranormal now. I mean,
Fair enough. And you have
a
that
lot
as
of things.
well off
Yeah.
top, right? So, and this is what I mean. Like, just because you organize something or you establish some kind of authority, for example,
Mhm.
it may end up proving that there actually isn't anything to it down the road, obviously, not immediately.
Yeah.
But point is, if you want any sort of kind of advancement, you got to have a cohesion. You can't have
Mhm.
chaos, because then everybody goes on their own tangents and they have their own beliefs and they have their own systems, and nothing ever gets accomplished.
Yeah. To gatekeep. And yeah,
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 that's
self-regulation and some ethics in research and documenting it would lead that way.
I know.
The crap soon vanishes once the TV show. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I know it's gatekeeping, and like I said, I get the arguments on both sides,
Mhm.
and but like anything else in society, if you don't have some form of gatekeep, that's okay. You can call it gatekeeping. I like to call it being held accountable for statements you make. Like, if I go
Mhm.
on and say I have irrefutable proof of the paranormal and I show all this stuff, I'm not held accountable to it. And I
See,
can keep doing whatever I'm doing. And if I get, say, 100,000 followers, they're going to believe me while I'm proving basically nothing. You have to have some level of accountability. The problem with having an organization is that, like anything else, it can become corrupt. Like, you and I, Steve, have talked about this ad nauseum. It can become corrupt. And unfortunately, that's just the, human greed, unfortunately. But it is what it is. But as a field, it's not going to go far fast
mhm.
the way it is now. And the proof is in the pudding. We've been doing this for well over 100 years, and we
Mm.
have gotten no further now than we were 100 years
Well,
ago.
it's like exactly like this comment here. It's traveling to the other realm. Okay, explain to me the other realm.
Yeah.
This is the problem with the sort of traditional way of thinking about the paranormal, if you will, that we travel to another realm. I mean, we don't know that. There's no proof of that. There's absolutely no proof
Un-
that we go to another realm
unless, unless,
unless
unless there's a method that the whatever individual used to get
mm,
there
mhm.
can be taught to everyone, and everybody can do it.
Sure, sure, but
Right?
that's yet to be. I mean, sure,
No,
you have
right.
people that come forward and say they have, yeah, blah blah blah. I
There
get
are
that.
plenty of people that say that
Yeah,
already. There
yeah,
are plenty of books out there that teach you, quote unquote, how to astral project,
yeah.
how to do
No,
this, how to do that.
I get that,
Yeah,
but I mean, when you're traveling to the other realm, to me, that's just general. It's just a general sort of, uh,
it is general. It is general because we
I
don't know
mean,
what the other realm means.
yeah, I mean, we don't know what it means. And and I think that's the reason why a lot of what's going on with the paranormal is stagnant. And it has
Yeah.
been stagnant for years because we can't think past that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there are people that are thinking outside the box and they're exploring outside the box. And perhaps, when you look at us alive right now, I mean, are we really alive? Are we? I mean, we only know what life is while living it, right?
Yep.
Life, I mean, is it really? Are we really alive? Are we actually in a transition? Are we,
Wow. Yeah.
in between something?
Yep. I know. And that's
Are
that's
we
the
at the
million
end
dollar
of
question.
something? Are we at the beginning of something? We don't know. These are the questions that science at this point can't answer.
They don't
Uh,
even bother.
well, no, but I'm sure there's obviously there's research still going on.
There are
But
some scientists who are researching yet, but as a whole, they don't.
yeah,
Like a lot of these people that do research it, a lot of them do it incognito, for lack of a better term, just
yeah,
because they don't want to be.
it's pseudoscience.
Well, they don't want to be blackballed by the scientific community. Let's be honest. I mean, this is their career, their livelihood, right?
Mhm.
So they do it because they have a passion for it. They do it because they experienced something that's drastically changed their mind.
Well,
You know?
we had a teacher on,
Mhm,
slash scientist, if you will,
mhm.
who was researching 0 point energy, right? And this person was a well-known teacher at the University of Toronto,
Yeah.
and they were blackballed because of this.
Yeah.
He started to teach it as a part of his class,
Yep.
and the students found it fascinating because here we are, we're talking about a sort of a metaphysical metaphor, if you will.
Yep.
And then you go into people like Tesla, who knew about this kind of shit, was actually patching into this. He knew how to patch into this and bring it to the real world, to so to speak, with free energy, if you will.
Mhm.
But of course, back when he was doing this, there was the realism of money.
Yep.
The sort of the what's the word? Oh my god, oh my the, the physical sort of realm is saying no, we can't have
Yeah.
anything to do with this.
Yeah. I know what you
No,
mean.
we can't let people know that this unseen world exists,
Yep.
and all the fortune. It's like alchemy.
Mhm.
you know we can make gold out of this by doing this. What, are you kidding me?
Well,
We can't.
and this is
We
where the earlier comment about gatekeeping comes into
Yeah,
effect, right?
yeah,
Because
exactly,
obviously you have the people who have vested interests
exactly.
in the current technology, current methods of doing things that would suffer if something new came along that would basically make things,
Well,
you know,
you had it going on for years with
yeah,
gas
yeah,
and cars, and now all of a sudden all this pressure from people from around the world with climate change, whatever. Now you're seeing this, this spike in, electric vehicles.
which isn't
Uh,
necessarily a cleaner way of doing things because
It's
to
not
mine the
cleaner.
product to make the
How?
batteries,
It's not cleaner. It's
no,
not. When you
not to mention they,
look how dirty it is.
well, they don't even have a method of disposing of the batteries properly once they've expired, right? So
Look at
it's
look
not.
at mining lithium. Look how
That's what I'm
fucking
saying. Like
dirty it is.
it's
Yeah.
there's just to get the material itself is not, you
Mhm.
know, but that's neither here or there, unfortunately, because the point is that no, I lost my train of thought. Son of a bitch.
The gatekeeping.
Well, yeah, no, and I was saying
Yeah.
basically like what you the example you were saying, and
Mhm.
this professor got blackballed because he was teaching something that would basically revolutionize how we do
Mhm.
things,
Yeah.
if it were true. And let's go with the theory that it is true. Obviously, the people who are in power now and are making God knows how much money with the way this, with the status quo, don't want
Mhm.
that to happen,
Yeah.
and that's basically the way it is, right? But yeah,
You
that's the problem with organizations. And like I said, I know the argument on both sides, and a lot of people who are against it, I completely understand. You know,
You completely understand.
I
Well, that's
do. It's just
I know you do.
it's one of those things that when it comes to the paranormal specifically,
Mhm.
we've done it this way for so many years
Yeah.
and has gotten us nowhere. Maybe it's time we do something different. If it means establishing some kind of organization, it doesn't have to be a for-profit organization,
Mhm.
right? Just
Mhm.
something that why are you redacting all your messages?
Who?
Pedantic joker. But anyway, sorry, I got distracted there. But the point is, if even if we establish a non for profit organization to sort of oversee how things are, and just to be able to hold people accountable, when someone makes a ludicrous claim like I have the body of Sasquatch or Bigfoot in my freezer, okay, prove it. And if you can't prove it, you're going to be basically blackballed, and you're going to be like, okay, this guy's an idiot. Don't ever if I could take this guy seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's just we have to do something if we want this field to progress at its current state. It's not going to get any better than what it is now.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just ridiculous. It really is. But it's it's like an agonizing pace, and that's unfortunately the way it goes. You know.
We don't have
No,
to
no,
go.
I wasn't Sab. I mean, I am on StreamYard, so I see them anyways. That's why
Yeah,
I
they don't
go.
get redacted on StreamYard. So
No, no, I see them on and that's why I'm like, what is Alex talking about? Because I'm not actually on the YouTube chat. I'm
yeah,
on
no,
the
on YouTube it says
StreamYard
message
chat.
retracted, message retracted, message.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about?
You threw me off there, Sam. Threw me for a loop.
But Sab's a time lord, so he knows all.
Yes. So tell us, oh
uh,
great time lord, what's the future look like?
yeah. We got to take our station identification break, guys. I know you love this break.
Yes, you do.
But hey, if anyone wants to join us, there's a lot of great activity in the YouTube chat, and Sab and Norfolk and all sorts of people are coming up with some really, 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 really great comments and suggestions and theories and stuff. So yeah, anybody wants to join us, by all means, the links pinned to the top if you're on YouTube. We'll be right back. We're not going to be long, about a couple minutes here. There. Hold on. Let me just load this guy up. And we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. And we're back. Thank you for joining us this evening on Nocturnal Frequency Radio, live on the New Visions Radio Network, and of course, simulcasting on our YouTube channel, hence here, and Twitch and Facebook Live. Wow. So did you have time to think about that last conversation?
No.
Oh man, that was like throwing somebody into a room, locking them in there, and it's a complete mess, and asking them to organize it. And it's not even their own room.
Or you got no shelves.
You got no shelves. Yeah, sure. What do you do? What's the first thing you do?
Burn everything.
Yeah, but you can't burn it because then you burn everything else down. You can't,
So
and you
what?
can't get out. So what? Then you'll definitely be going to the other realm.
That's the whole idea.
That's the whole idea. Taking the easy way out,
Yeah.
going to the other realm.
Going to the other realm. We'll all get there eventually.
So okay, so you had a UFO sort of thing that you wanted to talk about, didn't you?
It was just some recent I didn't really get a chance to look at it too much, but there was some more like sort of news from the government saying that additional UFOs were, if I remember correctly, they're basically coming out saying, yeah, there's other stuff that we think is UFO related. See if I can find it. Let's see. Pentagon is officially opening a UFO investigation office. Oh, do
Yeah,
tell.
but I thought they said they were doing that. Oh, the Pentagon, yeah.
Pentagon, yeah.
No, I thought they said they were doing that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
this is like relatively recent. This was back July of this year,
All right.
right? So the
Mhm.
Pentagon will soon open an office focused exclusively on investigating UFO sightings, according to a statement released by the U.S. Department of Defense on July
Whoa,
20th.
no, I know that already happened. I thought we
No,
already talked about that.
no, we didn't really talk about this part,
Oh,
right? Because it happened during our hiatus.
yeah, but didn't we have a show we were talking about that?
If we did, I wasn't on
I think.
it.
I think we had Matt on. Matt was on too,
Maybe.
and Ben.
Anyway, yeah. So it may be the case,
Okay,
but
okay, go ahead, go ahead.
the point I'm trying to make is that they're coming out with more and more reasons to kind of believe that UFOs have basically are basically around our skies. Let's say, put it that way.
Yeah, but is it they want you to think that they believe it, and they're just appeasing the people that have been bitching and moaning for years about
That's a
declassifying
possibility.
stuff.
That's definitely a
And that's
possibility.
what I think that is. I think that's just going with the flow and just, oh yeah, okay, just give them a little bit of nugget there, and they'll go away for a little bit. But I think most people are like, no, we're not going anywhere. I don't think it's like how they go from UFO to UAPs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we want you to forget about UFOs. We don't want you to, you know, use that word. That terminology is long gone.
So what does
It's
UAP stand for? Unidentified aerial phenomenon?
yeah,
Huh.
I don't know, something like that.
Hmm.
I'm no expert.
Yeah, it's not something we deal with a lot here on this show.
I mean, I do follow certain things, but I don't know. I think I'm more of the when it comes to the UFO realm, the whole alien sort of thing. Is it alien? I don't know. It is the more sort of the darker side of things. I think that's always intrigued me. Like the animal mutilation, the human mutilation, and how that sort of is tied into this sort of realm, and the abduction, the whole abduction sort of scenario. How does it tie into this, and why are they, why look at these, if there are these advanced civilizations visiting this world of ours, why are they, I guess, doing this if they probably already know everything about us,
Yeah.
right?
So I'm looking at the article I sent you the other day.
Uh-huh.
You want me to read a bit of it?
Yeah.
The U.S. Navy said it will. So, oh, sorry. Let me start with the title. That would help. Release of more classified UFO videos will harm national security, U.S. Navy
Oh, yeah.
spokesperson says. So, the U.S. Navy said it will not release more unseen classified videos of unidentified flying objects publicly, adding that doing so harm national security. A U.S. Navy spokesperson said so last week in response to a Freedom of Information Act request filed by the Black Vault, a U.S. government transparency site. The release of this information will harm national security as it may provide adversaries valuable information regarding the Department of Defense / Navy operations, vulnerabilities, and or capabilities, the Navy spokesperson wrote. The Black Vault website had previously published a downloadable archive of every publicly available instance of unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP, the U.S. government classification of UFOs. Just a day after the Pentagon declassified 3 UFO videos taken by the U.S. Navy pilots, the Black Vault filed for a Freedom of Information Act request asking the Armed Forces branch to turn over other videos related to UAP. While confirming that more such videos exist, the Navy spokesperson said no portion of the videos can be segregated for release. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's pretty lengthy, but yeah, so they're acknowledging that there are definitely a lot more videos, but they're not going to release it for fear of, national
Yeah.
security,
Uh-huh.
which I think is a scapegoat, to be honest with you.
I got this video. Hold on, let me see. If I can share it. Hold on a sec. Let me see. Um Let me see. Okay. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Let me see if this works. Hold on a sec. Bear with me, guys. Here. Okay.
Obviously, the people on New Visions are not going to be able to see this.
No, they're not. And I don't know if I can even share it. This is pretty freaky, actually. It's just hold on. Oh fuck! I gotta sign in. Blah. I'll do it this way. Okay, there we go. Let me see if I can. Here we go. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll see. Okay. There we go. Okay. We can keep talking, sorry. It's just downloading. So when I get it, I'll play it. It's actually pretty freaky. It's like a when you see it. Okay, hold on.
Just going to say, I like the uncomfortable silence.
Yeah, no, I was just reading what Explorer. Yeah, yeah. Did you read the comments?
I'm reading it now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I agree. Okay. Now this is pretty freaky, man. Let me see. It's still downloading. It's always. I don't know if this is like a Halloween decoration. It kind of looks like it,
I'm intrigued.
but it looks fucking. It looks cool. It looks so cool, man. Uh, I'm very intrigued how they did this because I want to do it. I want to use it
The one with
for my decorations.
not the one with the lady floating, is it?
Yeah.
I
Did you
saw
see
that.
it?
Yeah, I think I saw it today on TikTok.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll play it here. Hold on. Hold on. It's almost downloaded. I don't know if everyone's has seen this. I don't know. It's pretty cool though.
It is. It's pretty cool.
Let me just see here. Okay, we're almost there. God, this thing's taking forever. I don't know why it's taking so long.
Pretty sure it was TikTok where I saw it.
Okay, okay. Let me just. Okay, and put it right here. There we go. Okay, Here we go. Let's see. Hopefully it'll play. Let's see. All right. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Oh, there we go.
What?
Can't play the music. Get slapped with a copyright.
Right, right.
But that's pretty cool though, huh?
It is cool.
Like how is she suspended?
I'm pretty sure it's wires somehow.
Yeah, but where?
That's the $1,000,000 question.
Yeah, like where are they? Because if they're yeah, like where is she attached? I mean that's pretty freaky. That's pretty cool. Like that would be awesome
That
to
would be
sort of
awesome.
to figure out how they did that. Yeah, because I mean I you can't really. I mean I'm sure if you get close and stuff like that, you'd be able to figure out how they did that, right?
I'd like to be up there suspended in the middle of the air.
That'd be pretty freaky, man.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty freaky. How do I get down? How do I get down, man?
You don't.
Yeah, but that'd be freaky too. You know, you can do it, but how do you get down? I don't know how. I can't reverse this. How do I get down again?
Maybe
I'm
she just
hu-
inhaled a bunch of helium.
I'm hungry. I want to eat, and I
Yeah.
can't get down. Yeah, that that's pretty freaky shit.
That's like the new Frankie.
Nice. I don't know. He's like one of those. Like, look at his fucking pants are falling down. It's like the kids going to school.
Yeah.
You know, their pants falling down to their friggin' knees. I can't believe that was a thing.
I can't believe it
And
either.
they wore belts, and they're like they couldn't even walk because the belt was so fucking tight. I don't get what's the fucking point. I'm not gonna go
I'll
on
never understand fads.
that. No, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Oh.
I was never really into a lot of fads. I mean, I've had my moments, but never too long.
You know, that's exactly what they are, fads, and when they happen, they go as quickly as they come. A lot of
Yep.
them, some of them, unfortunately, don't go; they stay.
And they hang around like a bad
Uh,
fart.
yeah, you know, and yeah. I don't even want to go on and talk about. Yeah, I was like anti-fad. I didn't really, you know. I mean, certain things I jumped on, like DVD, Blu-ray. But I mean, that's not really a fad though, is it?
No, because it was the medium of the
It
time.
was the medium, yeah. So it's not
Yeah.
really a fad. That doesn't really
You
count.
wanted to watch movies, you had to get DVDs or Blu-ray.
People would, people would go, "Well, paranormal investigating is a fad." Well, I've been doing this long before it was, a thing on TV.
Yeah.
And
I can sort of agree with that argument for some people
mhm,
who just got into it,
mhm.
and the only reason why they got into it is because of the popularity of it. But yeah, I mean, like yourself and even Richard Palmisano, who've been doing it for a long time.
Mhm.
even before the popularity on TV. It's
Mhm.
definitely not a fad.
No. No.
There's a genuine interest.
Look at. I have to play this because you know what? He said he was going to come on tonight, and I got to play this.
Oh no.
Yeah, I do because it's hilarious.
Okay.
It just is. Okay, here we go. Hold on. What the hell? Okay, hold on. Let me just share. Let's see. Here we go. I gotta,
He- He's
I
not
gotta,
here to defend himself.
no, I gotta play it one more time.
For those of you listening on New Visions Radio, this is
Uh,
Steve scaring the living shit out of Paranormal Patrick. That was classic. That was
and you,
classic.
you heard the end result, obviously.
Oh yeah, he literally took a shit in his pants,
He's shitting his pants.
just like I made Gord do.
Uh, um, and that was actually that was something I was hoping we could sort of hammer out too, because well, we'll have to sit down and talk about it. Because I mean, the woodlot is looking good, buddy.
I can imagine.
It's starting to look good. I mean, the corn husks are still up. It's looking good.
Yeah,
It's looking good. I can't wait to get back in there and sort of do our thing. That'll be pretty cool. And you know, the leaves are changing. It's like it's almost you could feel you get you know, yeah, it was warm today. It was like, hey, conversations, how are our casual conversation. How are you guys tonight? Yeah, you know, you can feel it even though it was hot today,
yeah,
humid. You
it
st-
was fucking
you
muggy.
Yeah, I still had a sense that the fall was kicking in. You know, it's
Yeah, it
kicking
was a
in.
gloomy day.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
I'm feeling it. I'm in the mood. I can't wait. I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
Like I'm trying to get Patrick to get his drone out, and I want to get some nice footage with the cornfield still intact before they start to plow it down.
Mm. When do they usually do that?
Maybe the first week of October, second week of October, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, so you want to get out and do it before, because it just looks pristine.
Mhm.
Um, One thing that has made me kind of nervous, but not really, is the spike of coyote attacks in the area,
Really?
but not in the area of the wood lot itself. Down more south of the highway,
Okay.
there's been 6 attacks. But again, I'm kind of thinking we're not getting the full story with what's being reported and these attacks, because it is ultra rare for coyotes to attack humans. Like it's very rare unless they're sick, right?
Mhm.
Rabies, whatever. But the problem now with encroachment is now you've got idiots feeding them.
Mm.
And when you start feeding coyotes, you're asking for trouble, because when you stop feeding them,
Yep.
then they come looking for more and they hold you responsible.
Mhm.
So, and that's why they tell you not to feed the coyotes. Don't feed them. you know, but people are stupid. They don't listen.
Nope.
They don't, and it's a joke.
So where did it happen? Like, did it happen in residential area or just?
Again, not getting the full reports. I mean, a lady was in her backyard, and I guess she was fell asleep in her chair, and she woke up to a coyote biting her.
Damn.
You know, but again, like not getting the full story because
Mm.
it just doesn't make any sense that they would just all of a sudden, you know,
Unprovoked.
that's what I mean. Are they being provoked? Are they, you know, being fed? Are they, I just don't know. There's so many variables um, that come into play here that aren't being said or talked about. All I'm getting is, angry people going, get rid of the coyotes, kill them, blah, blah, blah. It's like a witch hunt for the coyotes now. And they just don't understand that, you know what? If you fucking educated yourself about coyotes, you'd understand a little bit more about the situation.
Yep.
But people, it's a mob mentality here again because the media is reporting this and people are getting fucking nervous and they just don't know, like most people just don't know how to handle an encounter with a coyote. I've encountered I don't know how many coyotes, especially, trail running and blah blah blah. I've had uh so many encounters and not once have they ever bothered me once.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
They typically don't.
No, they won't. It's very rare for them to attack humans. And that's why this is kind of weird. Like it just seems like there's more at play here that somebody's not saying or they don't know. You
Or
know,
it could have been that the coyote was sniffing that lady's leg and she thought it was trying to bite
maybe
her.
maybe that lady was feeding the coyote earlier.
Yeah.
And it came back for more and she was sleeping, she was startled, it probably fucking scared the coyote into biting her or whatever. I don't know.
Mm.
I really don't know. I mean, like, most people see coyotes too can sense fear, and they're opportunists. And if they sense the fear, they will run with it. They will take advantage of that, and that's why they'll tell you when you're encountering a coyote, act big, act like yell, make a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
Stretch your arms out, whatever. Just make yourself look big, bigger than what you are. And most of the time, 99% of the time, the coyote will just go on its merry way. Right? Unless it's sick. It's got rabies or something.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, hey, if most of the time you'll know if a coyote's got rabies or it's mangy because of the way its appearance, the way it's acting, and of course, when
Then
they're
you run like a
acting,
motherfucker.
what?
Then you run like a motherfucker.
See, I don't know. They could be. I don't know. They're doing some tests on. I think they put one of the coyotes down. They captured one of the coyotes, put it down, and they're doing tests on it to see if it was infected, like if it was had rabies or whatever, sick. But like I said, there's a lot of variables. Like, I mean, yeah, for instance, you look over the past couple of years, there are like triple, quadruple the amount of people on trails,
Yeah.
hiking trails, right? So now that's probably confused coyotes over the past couple couple of years. They're not used to the influx of human activity on these trails, you know? I mean, look at the time of the year. I mean, is it denning? Is it mating? If it's denning or mating, they become very agitable, you know?
Well, I would assume that mating is in the
Yeah.
spring,
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean, right? You got to take into consideration the time of the year that these things are happening,
like the time
right?
when you, Gordon, and myself were there, and we heard that coyote in the woodlot.
Yeah, but I mean that kind of wasn't going to bother us. I mean, it just threw us for a loop. We weren't just going to stick around and find out either.
Yeah.
But I mean, it would it most likely wouldn't bother us. It was just curious, especially
Well, we
with
got too close to its den, probably.
huh?
So we probably got too close to its den for its
Well,
liking.
that's what I mean. I mean, again, we're do these yards back up into a forest area? You know, the den might be close by. You know, there's all
We got a couple of raccoons in my backyard.
yeah. Well, I've got a family living on the deck and behind me. You know, and then nothing being done about that. I
Mhm.
mean, it's not that they bother me. I mean, the raccoons don't bother me. You just see the family going across the fence at
Yeah.
night, you know. But for the most part, they're not bothering me. You know, and I mean, people don't understand. You get rid of these coyotes, then you've got smaller problems
Yeah.
that become larger. Mice, rats, you know? Coyotes take care of that for the most part. They play an important role in the chain.
Yep.
And then when you take that equation out, all hell breaks loose. Then people will start bitching about other shit.
Ah, that's what people are good for.
Well, social media, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got an opinion now.
Yep.
Well, everyone did, but I mean now you can voice it a lot easier.
That's the problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Explore. You know, once it's gone that far, you know you notice it's pretty obvious. It is. It is obvious. And then you know mangy, sort of thin, ratty looking. You know, just there's all sorts of telltale um, aspects as to if a coyote is sick or not. Right. But I mean, they're testing these guys out, Coyote Karens. Sorry, Tim, I like the Orb Karens better.
Yeah, or parents takes the cake.
Orb Karens take the cake. Uh, that's a good one. Let's see, hold on a sec.
Can't have too many t-shirts there, Tim.
What?
So we can't have that many t-shirts.
Uh,
That's funny, right? There's a Karen for everything nowadays.
hold on a sec here.
There we go.
uh,
Hey
Orb
Tim, next
Karens.
time you come on the show, that's what you got to come on as.
Orb
Or
Karens. Orb Karens. Orb Karens. That's funny. Well, we got a few more minutes. We got about 20 minutes if somebody wants to come on. If you guys have something to add to what we've discussed this evening, bad car drivers, bad drivers.
bad drivers. That's how we started the conversation.
Well, that's what I mean. Bad drivers to paranormal evidence to paranormal to coyote and more.
See, it's the whole gamut with us,
Yeah.
not just the
Um,
paranormal.
well, we're gonna have a dark discussion. Our first one in a long time coming up on what did we say? The
Is it Friday, right?
20 the 23rd?
Let's see.
September the 23rd, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yeah, which
So
is
it's
this Friday.
this Friday. Yeah. We're going to do a dark discussions. Reeves Cook is probably going to be with us.
Yeah,
Um,
he better be because we're doing a Friday for him.
Christian Amanda's going to be on paranormal. Paranormal Girl is going to be joining us. Perhaps Justin Del Rio might be joining us. We're looking for maybe another person, maybe two more. Who knows? If you guys know somebody who'd like to join us on the panel, be a part of it. If you'd like to be a part of it, let us know. Um, and I'm sure we're going to get some. We're going to hammer out some really good discussions. These usually do, man. They usually, and I think we haven't done them since Gareth, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Gareth, I think was the last time that we did a dark discussions, and he enjoyed them. He was always up for doing them. So um, we look forward to getting back and doing that, and having Reeves on and Kristen on, and perhaps Justin. And like I said, one maybe two more people to join us on the panel, and that's this Friday coming up. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here. I believe that's 11 p.m. in the UK, London time, 11 p.m. London time. So it might be harder for Justin because he's an extra hour behind us too. So it
Yeah.
might be
So
5. He says he might be able to do it, so we'll find out. And let me see.
he's just gonna have to take a day off work.
Well, yeah, exactly. And then October, what is it? October 2nd, I believe. Yeah, October 2nd, we're gonna have Brent Burrs on, who is from Incarnation, in, Inca, Incarnation or Incarnation. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong. I'm gonna look it up again. But paranormal. He specializes in EVP, um, analyzing EVPs and stuff. So he does a show on Twitch, which is pretty cool. I like it. He plays the audio, and he goes through the audio with a live audience. So that's pretty cool. And he shows you exactly what he does and how he sort of finds the EVPs. I mean, you really have to listen. You really do. In some cases, a lot of cases though, they're pretty apparent. You just got to prop them up a little bit so you can hear it better. But I mean, once you're filtering them too much, though, then they become a lost cause.
Mm.
I don't know. Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, I watched a couple of his shows.
Did
He
you?
was having shows on a pretty regular basis, like almost daily.
Yeah, exactly.
And I couldn't listen to it all the time, especially after the birth of my daughter. It just became impossible. But you know, but yeah, it was just pretty interesting.
Well, did I point him out to you?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. That's right. Here, let's see. I don't know what this is. We'll see. Let's play it. This is an EVP. Hold on. Let's see.
With noise.
Yeah, no, it's actually whatever noise is interior.
I just heard something. With noise.
Yeah, no, it's actually whatever noise is interior.
I just heard something. With noise.
Yeah, no, it's actually whatever noise is interior. You can't really hear that one too well.
No. What was that?
That was, I think, at the Spruce Lane. You were there. That was you talking and Grant.
Huh.
Hold on, let's see. Let me see. I don't know this. What's this one? Let's see. Okay, let's see.
Smalls. Infrared right there. Used to be Ambrose Small's office area. That's because let me see if I can get a better. Infrared seems to be rotating the camera here. I don't know.
Are you playing something?
Yeah. Can you
Can't
hear it? Okay. All right. Okay. You can't hear it. It's too low. Let's see. Oh, you couldn't hear anything? Hold on. Let's see.
I heard something very, very faint.
Okay. Let's see. Let me know if you can hear this one.
We have all kinds of food. We have all kinds of food.
You hear that?
Yeah.
What'd you hear?
I heard voices, but I didn't hear any EVPs on there.
Okay.
Play it one more time.
Okay.
We have all kinds of food.
So it's
You're
near the
breathing.
yeah, and you hear the breathing. That's somebody. But at the end, you hear the girl talking. Then all of a sudden, on top of her voice, you hear like a chuckle.
We have all kinds of food.
You hear it?
I heard the laughing.
Yeah, hold on a
I had
sec.
to crank the volume though.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to hear on here. Some of them. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. I don't know what this one is. Let's see.
Their menu that was online. It was not the same menu. Their menu that was online. It
You hear
was not
that?
The same menu. Their menu.
I can't hear
that
you.
Was online.
I heard a female's
Not the
voice
same
talking.
menu.
Yeah.
Their menu that was online.
Can't make out what
Was
she's
not
saying
the
though.
same menu.
You can't.
Their menu that was online. It was not the
Almost
same
sounds
menu.
Japanese.
Yeah.
Their menu that was online.
But yeah, that was Grant and Rob at the time, and yeah, that's pretty freaky. I forgot about that one. Let's see. Uh, let's see. What? I don't know. What's this one here?
Their menu that was online.
Oh, that's the same one, but a different recorder.
They had there, right? So I'm like, yeah, you get sweet potato fries? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, online you do. And she's like, yeah, that's our new menu that we're launching. Like, what did she say? Like next month.
Yeah, it's the same one, just a different recorder. Let's see. Try one more here. What's this one here?
I'll check. Go around and ask some questions.
No one's played that 50 million times. Try this one.
And all I've seen in here is just trees. And all I've seen in here is just trees. And all I've seen in here is just trees.
What do you hear?
Yeah, whisper.
What's that?
Whisper.
Mm-hmm.
It just again, it's hard to make out what they're saying, but I do hear a whisper.
Yeah, it's almost like, listen up.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see.
And all I've seen in here is just trees. And all I've seen in here is just trees.
But the last bit I can't make out.
And all I've seen in here is just trees.
Yeah, that's trying to find some of the older ones, but I can't. Again, like I said, I have to get on my oh, here's one from the woodlot. Let's hear this one. I don't know this one.
So that was a different way. But I came in through the side, where you were seeing this. So that was a different way. But I came in through the side, where you were seeing this. So that was a different way. But I came in through the side, where you were seeing.
That's just an animal.
Yeah, but I thought I heard a male voice as well.
Hold on.
This. So that was a different way. But I came in through the side, where you were seeing this. So that was a
Right
different
there.
way. But I came in.
But
through the
I
side,
don't
where you
think.
were
I think it
seeing,
was probably one of us that said that.
So that was a different way. But I came in.
I don't know if it was one of us.
It doesn't. It sounds different.
Yeah, it sounds. It doesn't sound like my voice. It doesn't sound like yours.
Through
or
the side,
No.
where you were seeing this. So that was a different way.
Right there.
I came in through the side, where you were seeing this.
So it sounds like it's saying right there.
That was a different way. But I came in through the side, where you were seeing this. So that was a different way. But I came in through the side, where.
Yeah, weird. And they go on and on and on. It's gotten quiet. Where is everyone?
I think
Anybody
completely
in chat?
enthralled by our
It
conversation.
says 20 people. Oh, 2 people on Twitch are watching. Thank you. If you're watching on Twitch, thank you.
What about Facebook? Anybody watching there?
No, nobody on Facebook. I think we're just going to get rid of Facebook. I don't think anyone pays attention on Facebook. And it's a pain in the ass anyways on Facebook. Too many problems with them.
Does it even tell you how many people are watching there?
Yeah. Yeah, it shows. Oh, hey, somebody is watching on Facebook.
No, that's me.
Is that you?
Yeah. There's a caption on there, right? And it when one of us swore, it bleeped it out.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Fuck.
Did it do it again?
It's delayed. Let me see. Yeah.
I gotta see that. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Say something. Fuck.
Oh, no, I could hear it.
No, you could hear it, but the caption.
I don't
Bleep
hear it.
it out.
I don't.
On mine, there's a caption, or there was. It's gone now for some stupid reason. Oh,
Oh.
there it is. I don't know
Fuck.
if you could see it. Hold
I
on.
got the caption.
See the captions there?
Oh yeah, bleeps it out.
Yeah.
Show it. Let's see it again.
You want me to show you?
Yeah.
Go
I
fuck
can't.
yourself.
Oh man, you just got us kicked off.
It's delayed, so you gotta watch.
I can't see it. It's all blurry.
Ah, F it.
uh, that's hilarious. Facebook. What a joke. There's captioning on YouTube as well.
There is, yeah.
Right. You can add it, but I don't think I don't think we have it. Unavailable. We should put it. I thought I did have it on, but I guess I don't.
It's an
Right.
option. You could turn it on if you want.
Well, yeah, no, I know that. And I thought I had the option turned on, but I guess not for this show anyways. Oh well. Oh well, what are you gonna do? That's the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, talking about long pauses. I think that's about it, dude.
Yeah, I think so.
It's been awfully quiet this evening, but some really, really good chat going on in YouTube. Thank you guys for stopping by and sharing your thoughts and whatever else, man. Always great to have the support and shit. So we'll be back next Sunday. Oh wait, no, we'll be back Friday night, not this Sunday night, but Friday night. We'll be back. And we're gonna have a dark discussions with Reeves Cook and Amanda, or sorry, Kristen, Amanda, and more. So join that next Friday night, 6 p.m., 11 p.m. London time, I believe. Once again, that's Reeves Cook and Kristen Amanda will be with us, possibly Justin Velrio and more. We're looking for 2 more people. So if 2 more people would like to come on and join us, by all means, let us know. Take care, everyone. Have a good one. It's been a blast. It's been a slice.
Good night, everyone.
It's been a slice. Hold on. And here we go. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
You are listening to Nocturnal Frequency Radio, hosted by Steve Jenny and his satanic assistant, Alex Houdini, both of whom